morning, folks. It is little project day. I got a little landscaping thing I want to do at the house. It's been a work in progress for a couple of years. Just when I squeeze time in to do it, it's not a crucial thing. But I decided I had time today to get some material moved. So we're taking dirt from the compost pile down to the house. Hey, check out these spiffy bolt-on hooks hats. Y'all better run out and get one. Typically is, as I've said in the past, same way with spreading manure on our fields, 2 horses just don't produce enough. And by the time we replenish all the garden boxes and the different garden spots where my wife and father-in-law grow all of their stuff, there's not always a lot of dirt left over for me, and I never like to use it all, get it right down to nothing and start from scratch, because it does take a couple of years of turning to turn this into nice usable dirt. But in the end, you can't get much better garden soil or patchwork soil for a yard than composted horse manure. I wasn't sure if the boss is going to come over here and supervise me or not. Now, see, people can say what they want about self-leveling loaders, but this is one type of project here where I actually like the self-leveler, and I'll miss it for doing this. I'll make sure he don't sneak in behind me with his four-wheeler, because I don't need to run anybody over. I kind of like having him around. But when people start talking about things like the lack of rollback with the MSL, yes, there was definitely some limited rollback. There was a little bit less material going in each bucket, and I know I did like 7 buckets with the 2038 MSL, and that was using my barn bucket up here, which is actually a 3 series bucket, so the bucket sizes are the same, but I got a feeling I'll get more on in less buckets. But point is, with the MSL, I would get up there to the dump wagon and I would just pick it up and drive right in, and I didn't have to worry about stopping and adjusting and whatnot. And so for me, I guess I've been asked already, but yeah, if an MSL were available on this tractor, I would have ordered it with the MSL. It's all about give and take, and I think there's more give than there is takeaway with the MSLs, but at the same time, as I've said, I don't really think it's not a deal breaker to me. Either way, I guess I'm just not quite as fussy in particular as some people are. Some people, I guess, they just like to complain about things. Me, I look at it like, hold on, I better shorten that rollout up a little bit before I have a collision. Check and see how evenly we're getting her dumped in there. Oh yeah, nice, nicely done. 3039. This thing is just a freaking beast, this loader. I gotta tell you, when you dive into a pile, that's where you notice the difference. Even though the lift capacities are fairly close to each other. Look at that dirt. You can't buy it any better than that. So we're gonna do this, and then I'm gonna dump this load, whether I get to spreading it around later today or not, because we want to spread some 1515 on 2 of our garden spots at the house, and I want to till that in. I've said it before, but for new followers, this hill coming up out of the pastures to get back up here to the barns is very, very steep. Forget, I'm supposed to bring home a bucket from this pile of shavings, and I just know myself, and I know I'm capable of forgetting that for my wife. one more bucket is all I'm doing. Let's get that thing off of there. Again, this is one of those situations too where the heavier tractor is nice. This was a little bit sketchy with the 2038 because again, I pull this wagon up here, so therefore when I unhook this wagon to load it, I don't have any ballast on the back of the tractor. This tractor, these tires here, because of the difference in size, I'm like 400 and, well, let's just call it between 4 and 450 worth of weight just in the fluid. And with the 2038, I was at like 200 pounds per tire. So, you know, plus the weight of the cab, the weight of the tractor, you know, this tractor's a little bit more suited for a task like this where I have to use the tractor without any additional ballast on the back. Now, this isn't, oh, here comes the boss. I knew he couldn't resist. And he ain't the one running the tractor. He likes to watch the guy running it. Guarantee he would tell me this is the last bucket because the tires on this girl are old. But I see heaping up there a little bit, so we're going to call that good. Now I'm going to go get some shavings. So what we got here, there's rocks, if you can find them. Because of so if you can dig under there and find them. And I don't need, I wonder why these are wet. Thought we had them tarped pretty good. But I know she doesn't need a full bucket because of the container that I know she's going to put these in. There's no way I'm going to hold full bucket. So I'm going to call that good. Stay tuned. And away we go. I will go easy going down the road. A lot easier than I did on the way up. Empty. You know, as I've said before, a lot of our equipment is old, and you know, the tires on this thing, they still hold air, they still do all right, but they're old and weather checked. I suddenly worked up a sweat doing that shoveling. I must be. Well, that and the fact that it is warming up. Pretty sure I closed the horse gate, but there's always that doubt. I always question myself every time I go down into the pastures. But I think I did. My father-in-law is over there getting fresh horse manure. Him and my wife, they like to put a few buckets of pails, 5-gallon pails of fresh horse manure on the rhubarb patch. I mean, my wife's got a patch down here at the house. She usually does the same thing. We just haven't done that yet. I probably would have brought back a bucket of that, if not for needing to get these shavings. This is my electric diverter. You push that, now the light's on. The diverter, I actually felt it in the hydraulics. Now I run the joystick. Well, folks, I'm back. I had a GoPro battery go dead, which any of you with experience with GoPros knows that's not a hard feat to accomplish. They're not really known for battery longevity. But then I went to change the battery, and the little tab on the battery pulled off. And that was a feat getting that battery out. Side note, if you're into this kind of stuff, I would avoid those aftermarket GoPro batteries from Amazon. But anyway, I did get my dirt distributed, leveled out. All I want to do, see, years ago this used to be, we had shrubbery and whatnot through here, and they started getting overgrown and kind of mangy looking, so we pulled them out. But there was a little bit of a, probably a 5-inch drop off from where I mow down into that, and I just wanted to grade that in so that I can seed this back to grass. And now I'm gonna just go and spread this triple 15 fertilizer in our 2 garden spots.